2:50 Korean Standard Time. As enough about that, we got a flash on in. Stun goes in onto aiming. And it's just an aggressive trade. I don't think Delight thinks he's going to kill aiming here, but certainly does get control of the lane for them.
Would have been good if Barrel hooked someone as, Showmaker.
Well, he's going to find Peanut. I don't think he meant to find him. And that's going to be a kill that is given over to Zeka just like that. Before 3 minutes, Peanut just showing up. Gives us some Pengus as well. Very happy with this play.
Yeah, it does not bode well, does it, Veldas? When the RE
bodes well
down,
for Humble Life Esports.
I mean bodes well for the series. Right? That's going to be our main question here in this first game is what do we get in? And Showmaker immediately dying. Kill also going over to Zeka, which really means that the very early measures is going to be accelerated as now an attempt here. Zeus is often one to fall for these traps. See if it is the case here. Lucid doesn't quite have the
there's no
possible bait here.
Delight. Yeah.
Barrel does still have his heal available.
This looks very obvious, but Delight doesn't have flash, so even if it's obvious, he might just still die. As Delight about to get knocked up here by the Xin Zhao. And a bit of more damage would have done it, but they can't put the damage in, and now Barrel is too far forward, and Peanut comes in. Lucid goes back in, actually, as does Delight, and Delight's going to go down. Peanut does finish off the kill, but now we got a flash forward here from aiming. The Root comes in, and Viper is in a lot of trouble. He gets taken out. And the bottom side of the map here for DK is looking strong.
Lucid off to a great start, and the kill going over to aiming.
Yeah, I mean, it felt like a very close fight. Zeus gonna get the needles out. He does get hit by a bit of those, but I like how he goes in for the trade, makes you use the needles, and then just knocks them away and backs away. Zeus very good about taking strong trades like that. Shu, though, he's just fine himself. You know, he's just going to clear out the wave. I say that, though. Zeus is going in. He's thinking about it. He wants to kill the solo, but he's taking so much damage. Oh, no, Shu! Not like this! And Zeus says, thank you very much. I will collect $200 as I pass go. Zeus fans winning again. That does happen pretty often. Turns out he is a winner. And he is going to get another solo kill. He is #1 in the LCK for round 2. So he's just going to add to that number. Zeus now in the bottom lane. And I think this Jace is just fine into Senna Nautilus. Not a lot of pressure there, especially with the whole team coming in. As now going in is Lucid, but he's up against 3 people. He's just in there by himself. And Zeka's like, hey man, you're by yourself. And Lucid doesn't even get to flash.
Yeah, Banana Burst Control, a powerful tool. It's a team up of Delight and Peanut. And getting the pick, that's a lot going over to Humble Life here. As Peanut will be able to take this dragon. And even with Viper towards the top side of the map, Zeus is just laning 1v2 with Cryo. Obviously, they don't know for sure whether Peanut is still doing the dragon. Dragon's going to go over. And the early lead that DK found with the outside skirmish has already been negated. And just one of those plays to consistently generate Cryo on this lane fell behind early due to the gang. Not able to join there on the play, and Lucid, respecting the possibility, was looking for a player towards these grubs as well. And I think Humble Life is just going to give them the one.
Yeah, I'll give them the one. We saw before we went into the replay, actually, Lucid did start it out by himself, but obviously had to back away as his team didn't have control.
Be very careful about just leaving AD carry alone to Zeus. Maybe this is the punish, but Peanut is in the area.
Yep, the intervention is coming from both sides now, actually, as Peanut gets over here. It doesn't look like Humble Life want to fight this, though. Zeus just knocks him away and flashes, and seems like they do not want to fight the Xin Zhao at this moment in time.
Makes sense. If it backfires, Shinso and Gwen are both type of characters that can very easily take over in the longer fights. Lucid also has his Sundered Sky already done. If that makes sense, is the Light not going to get his cancel. Barrel will be able to just hook out of the way of that. And Lucid stuck around for a little bit longer, maybe hoping that Zeus would go for just one more wave, but not going to be the case. One on the spikes now being finished across the map. I need to see, and we keep going back to this, but I need to see Showmaker on this Ahri have an impact, right? The big advantage that she has is her ability to set up picks for the rest of the team. But if she doesn't, you will very easily get outvalued by Nazir, who just kind of, even if Zeka doesn't go for the big swoops, you just kind of stand there and auto. And that's quite good.
Especially with the new build, right? You go Rylai's, and you're tanky. You can go Grasp, or you can go Lethal Tempo, which is generally what we see with this build, because you have the tankiness from the Rylai's, you don't necessarily need it from the Grasp. And you don't die, you slow everybody, you do a ton of damage, and it's incredibly safe. And that's what we love. Like, we already loved Azir because he's safe inherently as the champion, but now he's got builds that make him even more safe. It's like when we first discovered Grasp and Chovy was playing it every game, and it was like, well, I guess this champion is never going to be punished ever. And, you know, that's just the way it is at the LCK. Azir is somehow the strongest champion on every patch, regardless of patch.
Hey, Corky's there. No, Corky's not even there anymore. Oh, the TP. He does have his Rift Maker, but this is looking dicey.
Yeah, he's going to dash away.
Oh,
Peanut's
I
dash.
guess he's fine for now.
He's fine for now. They're still just bleeding plates, though, as Needle's now going to come out here. Shu looks like he is okay. He clears out the wave. Peanut's still fighting him. There's the stun, and the ult comes in as Zeus does come back. It is a bit of a 1v2. But Shu is just fine for now. Peanut taking a lot of damage.
Actually, well done. Because of the damage he did, he's just trying desperately to do enough damage so that they can't just straight up dive him. Is the TP?
And the TP comes in. Oh, the mist's going to keep him alive. And now the ult comes out from the Senna. And Showmaker on the Ahri. He's just cleaning up house. As Peanut goes down, it's a double kill as they do not respect the Ahri teleport.
And that was all Shu. The bait, the confidence to go in, the dodge on the mist, and a little bit of overconfidence from Zeus and Peanut. And if the
Gigantic lead. I think that Shu's doing a great job of keeping it even, keeping it close.
A lot of people here.
Yeah, we even have a TP now, so Zeus, or rather Zeka, heard me, and he's like, well, I'll use my TP now. Shu in a lot of trouble. You're not getting out of this one. 4v1 under the turret, but at the same time, DK are going to look to push mid. It is a Senna, though, so you're kind of just taking
Look at her go.
the turret. It's not really doing much, but they are going to get a free Rift Herald and damage on the top turret as well.
Bit unfortunate, Shu there, not really expecting this heavy of an overload, because that clear is enough if it's just Peanut. But with this many people on that side of the map, not going to be able to outplay it. The play is fine though, especially if they can, I don't even know you have to play for the kill, but just getting the Herald shards on mid. If you get 2 turrets for 1, trade's not too bad. You do need to make sure the inner doesn't die though, and Zeus is trying his best to take that down. Mid also not actually going to go down, but a good amount of damage done here for DK, and they should be able to trade that top turret as well.
Yeah, top turret goes down, mid is extremely low. The one other thing I'm looking at is the feats of strength, where they're both very close, one objective away, and that's really the only thing they're playing for because each side got one each. The feats of warfare going to DK, and the first turret going to Hamalei Esports. So next objective could be pretty big. It does feel like on this patch, even though we don't mention it all too often, like the feats of strength are actually quite good with the price decrease. So something that both of these teams should have their eye on. So in about 2 minutes, might see a play over that Mountain Dragon. As Peanut just going to throw in an ult to not die. It's a very long lane. Zeka is here with his turret against 3 people, and now TP's coming in. They're both going to just ult and flash away from that one as they did not want a piece of Zeka.
They got the TP though, so Lucid not having his flash is definitely a price that is paid, but does allow Shu to now put some serious pressure towards his bot side of the map. A good job by Halma though to protect, as well as, so this Senna build, I'm okay with the shift, I get it, right? You just need the wave clear as an AD carry, because you're actually playing an AD carry, you're not playing a support.
Yeah. Alright, little play here from Beryl and aiming, but it's 2v4 for now. Finally, Shu comes in. That's a lot of damage from the Needles already. But Zeus is going to get away. Viper seems to be at safety, and Delight as well gets under the turret, so not really punished. You know, they push up, they take a lot of damage, and Lucid is going to push for more. He's actually going very deep for this.
Well, that is a lot of Somscon though.
Yeah.
So they didn't get the kills and the snowball that I think they were looking for. As that Lucid, I think just trying to cancel backs because they want to try and turn this. Just a little early for Dragon.
And the first Mountain Drake, everybody's going to want at least 1 Mountain Drake, if not more.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters that if you get Mountain, become really obnoxious, right? Jace with his extra resistances, Peanut is an obvious one as a tank, but even Shu gets a ton of value out of it. Playing the Senna when you have a shield on top of the heal that you provide as well. As Delight is looking, has flash available for a big angle, as does Zeka.
Their damage on this dragon is so slow from DK.
Oh, the poke.
With the Senna. Beryl really trying to hard force for that one. He's going to totally miss, but he does eat the Sejuani ult, taking a ton of damage though now. As you and Lucid are pretty deep, the rest of the team not quite in there. A lot of needle damage though, and the Senna ult over the top, and now they get that hook on Zeus, who is going to have to flash away. Dragon also goes to DK, and this one is looking good.
Resets!
Resets are coming in. That's a second kill, Showmaker once more. And Zeus just trying to do some burst on his way out, but he will go down. The charm, the insta-cleanse. Look at this thing aiming under the turret. DK with the clean 5-0 ace in this game.
Is Game 1 DK back?
Yes.
We're not gonna make any judgments about the rest of the. But Game 1 DK was a meme for a reason. In the fight, and
Yeah.
you sell it, and the loss I don't think is too
I
bad.
still feel like a lot of our players will just ignore that and sit on a Dark Seal for a very long time in favor of completing other items. But Showmaker is not one of those players. As we're looking at Mountain Soul Point here, given for free to DK, there is a TP.
Oh,
they're just gonna try to rush Dash.
Yeah.
As aiming is coming on over. They do have Varus, lethality, or not lethality, on-hit Varus with, of course, lethal tempo
in here.
So they have so much damage. Like, look at that health bar. There's nothing that barrel can do. As Showmaker comes on in, but the smite is going to be good. That is the Baron over, but already Viper's dead. And Peanut as well, just going to go down. Zeka left here, as the rest of the team is just abandoning ship. And Zeka, it's only a matter of time for him to go down here as well. So 3 kills in the trade for Baron. I think Homalife will be okay with that, but let's see what DK can get off of the back of these kills.
Maybe looking for a cheeky kill if someone walks into a brush here. Yeah, that's not really worth, right? Losing out immediately on 3 of your Barons and also losing Soul Point for a Mountain Soul. I think that's, even though this was a great play from Homalife, because I don't think they were, as mentioned, in position to contest. It's the best you can get. But as Valdez is so nicely pointing out to
Triple
me,
kill for Showmaker.
that is 21 stacks on the Magi. So now that conversation is unnecessary. I don't know, but I get the vibes with how the play went. Good punish there from DK on a bit of a Hail Mary from Homalife.
I'm going to use Flash, is what he says. I mean, he's just calling out a 0-0-0. Doesn't really say anything else on top of that. But over 20 stacks on the Giants.
Especially with, and the new Otacon I think is really nice in terms of power, where it doesn't feel nearly as insane as what we had before with the revived Otacon, particularly in the early weeks. But in moments like that, I do think you can really see it, right? Like the fights do feel a lot more snowbally when you get it, but you still need to set up the fight and actually get something going. As we do see Zeka.
He's going to go for the sweep here, but already standing on Malignant. There is a turret to come up, but he's all alone. We got TP coming up here, though. And DK saying, all right, thank you for the TP. We'll back away. Delight deciding to go in, and Barrel's going to flash away from the chains. Lucid now goes in without his team, but is incredibly strong. Has a setup behind him, but I think he might have gone too far. He's going to be picked off, and Delight is still alive. Needle's coming out here. Shield looking to lead the charge. As he does get backed away, Peanut taking a ton of damage here, but no further kills just yet. Both of these teams on the tightrope. Barrel does get the hook in here with a follow-up. Not okay, there it is. Was a bit off screen. Gio now is just going to run them down. And aiming is able to flash away to get away from Zeka. And yes, Barrel dies, but it's just more kills for Showmaker, more stacks for him, and more kills for the team. Viper trying to take some of those stacks away, but again, the arm guard is here. Rest of the team, though, kind of running away from him. Aiming coming on up, but a little bit scared of him. Showmaker going in, going out. And they really want these kills, but they're very scared about doing it. There's another one. Showmaker gets the reset.
The arrow?
Holding on to the arrow here. He knows he wants to take those stacks away, but he's not going to be able to. And that's just another kill here to Showmaker as DK are wiping the floor with Halma now.
Doesn't necessarily just waiting off of the side to maybe go for something as maybe a bit of an overstep here, but the charm onto Azir.
Yep, here we go again. Zeka out of position, taken down. They don't have any more stacks to give over to Showmaker, so they just give the kill to anyone.
This is Homalife on blue side as well.
Yeah, we'll see it again here in game 2, it looks like. Peanut going in, he's still level 13. Not really able to do too much. Throws an ult in just to try to survive, but that is Viper not able to play the game. Peanut as well taken down. This Ari is legendary, and nobody can stop him. The amount of damage with the 25 stacks on the Giants is just disgusting. 9-1-9 is Showmaker. And this is quickly turning into a very one-sided stomp as DK will be able to take game 1 in this best-of-3 series.
A Saturday showdown that might actually